everyone. Welcome back to Fluento, Everyday English for Real Life. I'm Anna.
And I'm David. Hey, Anna.
Hey, David. How are you feeling today?
Honestly, a little overwhelmed.
Oh, what's going on?
I've had one of those mornings, you know?
Tell me.
Well, I've spilled coffee on my shirt, I've forgotten my keys, and I've missed the bus.
Oh, no, David.
But you know what? I'm here now, and I've actually laughed about it.
That's a good attitude.
Sometimes you just have to. What about you? How's your morning been?
Different from yours. I've had a quiet morning. Peaceful.
That sounds nice.
I've sat with my journal for 20 minutes.
You journal?
I've started recently, just this month.
How is it?
It's strange, but good. I've written about my thoughts, my worries, small things.
Does it help?
It does. I've noticed I feel calmer after.
You know, Anna, we're doing it again.
Doing what?
That thing we always talk about, the way we share news about our day.
Oh, you mean I've spilled, I've started, I've noticed?
Exactly that.
I didn't even realize.
That's the thing. When it's natural, you don't think about it.
But our listeners might be wondering, what is this pattern?
Should we talk about it?
Let's do it, but not like a grammar book.
Never like a grammar book.
Let's just notice it together.
I like that. Noticing, not studying.
So, David, you've had a chaotic morning.
I have.
And when you told me about it, you said, I've spilled coffee.
Right.
Not, I spill coffee or I spilled coffee yesterday.
True. I said I've spilled.
Why?
Because it happened this morning. It's recent. It's still affecting me now. I'm wearing a different shirt.
So it connects the past to this moment.
Exactly. The coffee is gone, but the experience is still fresh.
That's interesting.
And you said I've started journaling.
I did.
Not I start or I will start.
Because I began recently and I'm still doing it. It's part of my life now.
Right. There's this bridge between then and now.
I love that image, a bridge.
Language is full of bridges.
This one is built with 2 words.
Have or has.
Plus another word.
The action word.
Like spilled, started, noticed.
Simple.
Very simple. Let me ask you something, David.
Go ahead.
Have you eaten breakfast today?
See, you just did it. You started with have.
I did. Have you eaten?
And yes, I have. I've eaten toast with butter.
Just toast?
I've been in a hurry. What about you?
I've made scrambled eggs.
Fancy.
Not really. I burned them a little.
That happens.
It does. But I've eaten them anyway.
Waste not, want not.
Exactly.
Anna, can I tell you something I've been thinking about?
Always.
I've met so many English learners who feel stuck.
Stuck how?
They know vocabulary, they understand grammar rules, but when someone asks them, "What's new?" or "How's your week been?" they freeze.
Because they don't know how to share naturally.
Right. They think they need perfect sentences.
But perfect sentences don't exist in real conversation.
No, they don't. Real conversation is messy.
It's human.
And this pattern, I've done this, I've tried that, it's one of the most human ways to share.
Because it's about experience.
About life as it happens.
Not facts, not rules, just your day.
Exactly.
Let's practice with real moments.
Good idea.
David, what's something you've learned recently?
Recently, I've learned that I don't like running in the rain.
You've tried it?
I've tried it twice this week. Both times were miserable.
But you've discovered something about yourself.
I have. I prefer sunshine.
Fair enough. What about me? I've learned how to say thank you in Korean.
Really? Why Korean?
I've been watching a Korean drama.
Oh, which one?
It's called Autumn in My Heart. I've watched 10 episodes already.
10 episodes. You've been busy.
I've been addicted, honestly.
That's the best kind of learning, though, when you're interested.
It is. I've picked up some phrases without even trying.
That's how language enters your brain, through joy, not force.
I love that.
Anna, let's talk about other people for a minute.
Okay.
My neighbor has adopted a dog.
Oh, wait, you said has, not have.
Good catch.
Why has?
Because we're talking about he, she, or it, not I, you, we, or they.
So it changes?
Just a little. For he, she, it, we use has.
Let me try. My friend has moved to Spain.
Perfect.
She has found an apartment in Barcelona.
Beautiful. You're doing it naturally.
It feels good. Okay, your neighbor has adopted a dog. What kind?
A rescue dog, mixed breed. He's very sweet.
What has your neighbor named him?
Charlie. And Charlie has already stolen everyone's heart on the street.
Dogs are good at that.
He has brought so much joy to the neighborhood.
That's lovely.
My neighbor has told me she's never been happier.
A dog can do that.
They really can.
David, I want to share something vulnerable.
Please do.
I've struggled with speaking English out loud.
You? But you're so fluent.
Now, yes, but I've had moments of deep fear.
Tell me.
Years ago, I've stood in front of people trying to speak and nothing came out.
That must have been hard.
It was. I've felt embarrassed. I've wanted to disappear.
What changed?
I've given myself permission to be imperfect.
That's powerful.
I've realized that mistakes are just part of the path.
They are.
I've made thousands of mistakes, and I've survived every single one.
More than survived, you've grown.
Yes, I've become more confident with each try.
That's beautiful, Anna.
If someone is listening right now and they've felt that fear,
You're not alone.
we've all been there.
Every single person learning a language has felt it.
The fear of sounding silly.
Of making mistakes.
But here's the truth. You've already been brave.
You've chosen to learn.
You've listened to this conversation.
You've tried.
And that's everything.
Let's talk about our week, Anna.
Okay,
What's something interesting you've done this week?
I visited a new cafe.
Tell me about it.
It's small, quiet. They have plants everywhere. I've drunk the best cappuccino I've had in months.
That good?
Amazing. I've gone back 3 times already.
3 times in 1 week.
I know. I've become a regular very quickly.
Have you talked to the owner?
I have. She's from Italy. She has opened the cafe just 2 months ago.
Oh, so it's new.
Very new. She has put so much love into it.
You can always tell when someone loves what they do.
You really can. What about you? What have you done this week?
I've fixed my bicycle.
It was broken?
The chain was loose. I've avoided fixing it for weeks.
Why?
I've been lazy, honestly.
Fair.
But yesterday, I finally done it, and it took only 15 minutes.
See, the anticipation was worse than the task.
Always is. I rode it to work today. It felt great.
Freedom.
Exactly.
David, can we practice some questions?
Great idea.
I'll ask you, and our listeners can think about their own answers.
Perfect.
Okay. Have you read anything interesting this week?
I have. I've read 3 chapters of a mystery novel.
Which one?
The Silent Patient. Have you heard of it?
I have. I've seen it everywhere.
It's good. Very suspenseful. I stayed up late reading.
That's a good sign. Okay, my turn. Have you talked to your family recently?
Yes, I have. I called my brother yesterday.
How is he?
He's good. He started a new project at work.
What kind of project?
Something with computers. I've forgotten the details.
Typical.
I know. But we talked for an hour. It was nice.
Connection is what matters, not the details.
True. Anna, I want to ask our listeners something.
Go ahead.
Have you noticed how we've been talking this whole time?
We've shared stories.
We've asked questions.
We've answered honestly.
And we've used this pattern over and over.
I have, she has, have you?
But it never felt forced.
Because it's natural.
It's how people really talk when they share their lives.
Exactly.
So if you're listening and thinking, this is too hard,
It's not.
you've already heard it dozens of times in this conversation.
Your brain has already started learning.
You just need to trust the process.
And try. Let's talk about words that often come with this pattern.
Like just and already?
Exactly.
These are small words, but they add meaning.
Just means very recently.
Like, I've just arrived, maybe 2 minutes ago.
It's fresh.
Very fresh.
What about already?
Already means sooner than expected.
Can you give an example?
I've already finished my coffee. Like, wow, that was fast.
There's surprise in it.
A little bit, yes.
And yet,
Yet is interesting. We use it in negatives and questions.
like, I haven't eaten yet?
Exactly. It means you plan to eat, but you haven't done it.
Or have you finished yet?
Right. You're expecting someone to finish and you're checking.
These little words are powerful.
They really are.
I've just realized something.
See, you used just.
I did. It came naturally.
That's the goal.
David, let's share some things we haven't done.
Okay.
I haven't cleaned my apartment this week.
Honest.
It's a mess. I've been too busy.
I understand. I haven't done laundry yet.
When's the last time?
Last weekend, so I'm running out of clothes.
You should probably do that soon.
I know. What else haven't you done?
I haven't called my grandmother.
Oh,
I've thought about her, but I haven't picked up the phone.
maybe do that today?
I will. I've written it on my to-do list.
Good.
What about you? What else haven't you done?
I haven't exercised this week.
Not at all?
Not once. I've been tired after work.
That's okay. Rest is important too.
I've learned to be kinder to myself about these things.
That's growth.
Anna, let's talk about been.
Oh, yes, this is an important one.
Been is special.
How?
We use it to talk about experiences or states.
Like feelings?
Yes, or places. Let me give you examples.
Please.
I have been to Paris.
That's about a place.
Right. It means you went there at some point in your life and now you have that experience.
What about feelings?
I have been tired all week.
Ah, so it's describing your state.
Exactly. From Monday until now, you felt tired.
Let me try. I have been happy lately.
Perfect.
I have been thinking about change.
Beautiful.
This feels different from other verbs.
It does. Been is about existence, experience, feeling.
It's more internal?
Yes, I think so.
I like it. David, can I share something I've been proud of?
Please.
I've written every day this week.
In your journal?
Yes, it's the first time I've been this consistent.
That's amazing, Anna.
I've written about fears, dreams, small observations.
How does it feel?
Freeing. I've released thoughts that have been stuck in my head for months.
Writing is powerful that way.
It is. I've discovered things about myself.
Like what?
I've realized I'm braver than I thought.
You are.
I've taken risks this year,
You have.
and I've survived all of them.
More than survived.
Yes, I've grown.
Anna, I think we should do something.
What?
Let's each share 3 things we've done today that we're grateful for.
I love that.
You start.
Okay, I've woken up healthy, I've had a conversation with you, and I've drunk good coffee.
Simple and beautiful.
Your turn.
I've laughed this morning, even about the spilled coffee. I've connected with you, and I've learned something new.
What did you learn?
That my chaotic mornings can become good stories.
That's true.
You've shared my mess with you, and it became something lighter.
That's what conversation does.
It transforms things.
You know, David, I've been thinking
About what?
about our listeners.
What about them?
They've stayed with us this whole conversation.
They have.
They've listened to our stories,
They've heard this pattern many times.
and maybe they've started to feel it in their own minds. I've done, I've tried, I've learned. It's becoming familiar.
That's how learning happens.
Not through memorization,
Through exposure.
through listening,
Through noticing.
and eventually through trying.
Anna, What have you noticed about today's conversation?
I've noticed we've been very honest.
We have.
We've shared real moments, burned eggs, spilled coffee, messy apartments.
The unglamorous parts of life.
But those are the real parts.
They are.
And that's what this language pattern is for.
Sharing reality.
Not perfection.
Just life, as it happens.
David, we should probably start wrapping up.
I know. Time has gone so fast.
It always does when we talk.
We've covered a lot today.
We have. We've talked about coffee, journaling, Korean dramas, bicycles.
Dogs, cafes, mystery novels.
And through all of it, we've practiced this natural way of sharing.
I have done.
She has tried.
Have you seen?
It's not complicated.
It's just the rhythm of real conversation.
Before we finish, I want to say something to everyone listening.
Go ahead.
You've been brave today.
You have.
You've chosen to learn.
You've spent time with us.
You've opened your mind to new patterns.
And that takes courage.
More courage than you might realize.
Every sentence you try is a victory.
Every mistake is progress.
You're doing better than you think.
We promise.
So here's our challenge for you.
In the comments below, write one sentence.
Just one.
Tell us something you have done today.
It can be simple.
I have drunk tea.
I have listened to this podcast.
I have smiled.
I have tried.
Any sentence, your sentence.
We'll read every single one.
And we'll celebrate with you.
Because your courage deserves to be seen.
David, thank you for this conversation.
Thank you, Anna. I've enjoyed every minute.
Even with your spilled coffee?
Even with that, it's become a good memory now.
That's the power of sharing.
It really is.
We've talked, we've laughed, we've learned together.
And I felt grateful.
Me too. To everyone listening, remember this.
Language is not about perfection.
It's about connection.
You don't need to be perfect.
You just need to be willing.
Willing to try.
Willing to make mistakes.
Willing to grow.
And you've already shown that willingness by being here.
So keep going.
One sentence at a time.
One conversation at a time.
You're doing beautifully.
Until next time, everyone.
Take care of yourselves.
Be kind to your learning journey.
We believe in you.
See you soon.
Bye for now.
Goodbye, Anna.
Goodbye, David. Don't forget, write one thing you've done today.
We're waiting to read your stories.